Hi everybody. So here we are back in Vice City. I get a lot of requests to do videos continuing on with this game, this beautiful Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And for this one, I decided that it'd be fun if we do a video that shows the more mature side of the game. Up till now, I've been trying to keep the behavior as gentlemanly as possible while making videos in this world. But Vice City is based on Miami in the mid-'80s, which was a place that had its share of problems with crime and whatnot, even with law enforcement. There was a joke in one of the shows I watched called Cocaine Cowboys. Not really a joke to be funny, but one of the TV reporters was saying that, it started off that to be a law enforcement officer, you couldn't have ever done drugs in your lifetime. And then eventually it became, well, as long as you haven't done drugs within the last 5 years, and then that became 1 year, and then that became eventually, as long as you're not high right now, you can sign on to be part of the police force. So the game is based on that idea that this city has become rather crime-ridden. The police officers, half of them are criminals themselves. So while I don't condone any of the behavior that you may see in this game, or certainly in this video I'm about to show, it's meant to explore that side of things. And so I guess as a little disclaimer, if that's something that you'd prefer not to watch, then maybe this would be a good time to go check out one of my other videos. Because just for this video, I'm going to go ahead and show some of the bad behavior and mayhem that this game allows you to get into. And certainly on my other YouTube channel, which is more gaming and racing focused, I've made some videos that show just the outrageous things that you can get into in this game. And they seem to be fairly popular among those videos on my channel. So yeah, why not make an ASMR video that's exploring that? So I'm going to go ahead and start by loading one of my saved games, which is one that has full completion, which will give me access to the full city, all of the weapons and so on. So here we are. It's loading me into El Swanko Casa, which is one of the safe houses. It's kind of in the middle of the east side of the city, and because all of my saved games, let's see, here we go, percentage completed 100%, and it appears that I'm a capo, criminal writing. Playing time 61 hours in this saved game, almost 62 hours, and 261 days passed in the game. I don't know how it keeps track of that exactly, but anyway, you can see that Rampage has passed 3,500 hidden packages and so on. Keeps track of people you've wasted, or people wasted by others, destroyed vehicles, boats, helicopters, wanted stars attained, wanted stars evaded, times busted, times gone to the hospital, daily police spending, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I was trying to find, there's a great statistic in here for amount of damage you've done. Let's see, property destroyed. What do we have there? 34,610,976. Yeah. And of course, it shows all of the names of the properties that you can own. All right. But what I was getting at with the fact that this was saved quite a while ago, you can see all of my saved games were from 2009. This was before I owned a widescreen TV. I think in 2009 I was still playing this game on a 4x3 tube TV, just because it was still looking smoother at that point, which means widescreen is turned off. So I'm going to turn it on now. And there we have nice, skinny Tommy Vercetti. Okay. So we have here a hot ring racer stock car in my garage. And yeah, let's just look around a little bit. It's somewhat of a nice neighborhood, and certainly a cool looking house. Now, what I like about this property so much, other than the fact that it's across the street from a really cool tiki bar, outdoor tiki bar in somebody else's backyard. Oops. The best part about this property is this awesome view that you can get up here on the roof. Now, what I mean by that is view on the roof that is used for nefarious purposes, as I'm going to go ahead and arm myself and let the mayhem begin. So, basically, you can switch weapons like this, and it just cycles through. And I've got all of the toys for having fun, like Molotov cocktail. So, there's a certain amount of mayhem you can get away with, obviously, and nobody gives a crap. Even if there's a cop nearby, I'm throwing Molotov cocktails, and you can see that's a police officer, and he's not doing anything about it. Now, if I throw one at him, and it actually takes him out, well, now I've got 1 star. So let's go ahead and... Now, if I hold down the right... I think it's the first trigger button, then that gives me, you know, the viewfinder so that I can actually aim and shoot whatever weapon I'm armed with. So let's blow up some cars. And I immediately... Oops. Oh, that was stupid. Yes, you can easily blow yourself up with these weapons, just in case you're not being careful. And you can hear that... you can hear there's now a cop nearby who's shooting at me. Oops. Yeah. But yeah, as you blow things up, you can... you can also hit things like streetlights.
Stay away from me.
Now, if you get a 1-star wanted level, if you just run around a while, especially if you run away from the neighborhood you committed the crime in, that 1 star eventually just kind of disappears. Once you've attained 2 wanted stars, then that's a sticky level of police attention, and it doesn't go away, it just stays there. 2 stars means that you've only attracted regular police attention, so normal beat cops will be coming after you like this. Sorry, guys. As you can see now, I have 3 stars. If you commit enough crimes while under 2 stars, it escalates to 3. Now at 3, the helicopters start coming after you like this. And as you'll notice, as I'm firing rockets, because I've completed the game, which you can tell by the fact that I have 200 health instead of 100, as I fire, the number of ammo under the weapon indicator does not reduce. So at 3 stars, you attract the Vice cops, which basically look like Crockett and Tubbs from Miami Vice. And they drive Ferraris. And they have machine guns. Or at least, little Uzis. Once you've made the cops annoyed at you to a 4-star level, you also start attracting the SWAT team vans. Once you attract a 5-star wanted level, then the FBI starts chasing you in their big black Suburbans. Although I don't know why we're not getting a whole lot of police vehicles here. Bye-bye. There we go. But they're just as vulnerable to being blown up. Yeah. By the way, the other cool feature, the Fontainebleau Hotel, basically, is right there behind the house, or in front of the house. Yeah, strangely quiet, wouldn't you say, for a 5-star wanted level? But yeah, these guys, I believe, are also armed with rather severe weapons, so you have to be careful. Now we've got 6 stars, which is the maximum that you can get. There seems to be something wrong with my... Every so often my controller does this, where it just starts turning randomly. Yeah, now you've got the attention of the National Guard, or Army, or whatever. So we've got tanks and armored personnel carrier trucks. Now, the tanks you can shoot at with your rocket launcher as much as you want, nothing happens. The only thing that they are vulnerable to is, number one, if you throw a Molotov cocktail, that will instantly make the 2 drivers get out of the tank and start shooting at you. The second way is if you shoot the sniper rifle at just the right place, then you can take the head off one of the army guys in the tank, and then the other one will also get out at the same time. So you have to be careful when to shoot. Yeah. Oops. Oh boy. There you are. Sorry guys, the analog stick is really, really sensitive. Boy. And for some reason, it just... Alright, here we go. The other funny thing about Vice City and the technology is that sometimes things just appear behind you. So if something that you want to appear isn't generating, a lot of times you just have to turn your back on it, and then all of a sudden it'll appear. And another thing that's funny, as you can see, that armored truck there just sort of became a ghost almost, and just lost its control, I guess you could say. If you fire at pursuit vehicles in a certain way, they somehow just stop pursuing you. It's really strange. Like if you're in a car chase and a police vehicle is sitting there ready to start chasing you, if you just shoot at it with your, you do kind of a drive-by out the side window with your little machine gun, they'll just stop driving after you. And as you can see, I've now got 3 tanks. But because I'm up here on the roof, there's nothing they can do about it, really. So I could stay up here and shoot down helicopters pretty much indefinitely, because I'm not going to run out of ammo. Eventually, as the helicopters keep shooting at me, or if I make stupid mistakes and blow myself up, I can run out of body armor and health, but it will take a long time. So, at a certain point in this little bit of gameplay mayhem, usually what I end up doing is disabling the tanks and then stealing one. So let's do that. Oops. So here's what you do. There you go. So there's one. Now there's your strategy for you. The trick to the tanks is you shoot the passenger first, because the driver will just keep driving. Come on, stop shooting me. I'm sorry if this is getting loud. So as you can see, the tank has one door open, which means that the passenger has lost his head. This is difficult. There we go. Alright, so that's 2 tanks. So how about we show the Molotov cocktail method. Alright, so here we go. The trick is, as soon as you throw that and it hits, you're going to need to have a weapon that will take out both soldiers that jump out. So you toss this. And I guess I maybe didn't throw it far enough. Really? Another helicopter already? Where'd he go? There you are. You can keep shooting it as much as you want till it blows up. Oops. Yeah, that's leading too much. Alright. And we've got another tank. Alright, so maybe it'll be easier if we show this one. There we go. And we'll do the same thing here. Too far. How long you hold on decides how far it throws it. So, and I keep missing. How about that time? There we go. Alright, now we have all the tanks disabled. So, and one more helicopter to shoot at me. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Yeah. Okay. How about we jump down and take one of the tanks. Here we go. Now, tank mayhem is always kind of fun because everything that touches your tank, as far as vehicles, except other tanks, will blow up on contact. So there's a trick to it, depending on how heavy they are, and you obviously don't want to trip over it. For some reason, even a big heavy tank trips over much smaller things. Now, you can see that if a heavy vehicle hits you, you lose all your momentum, and a tank is not exactly fast. Well, there's a remedy to that, and it's called the gun turret turbo. So what you do is you use the analog stick to turn the turbo, or turn the turret, say that 3 times fast, turn the turret so it's facing backwards, and then you just start firing Alright, sorry about that, guys. We're back. As you guys may know, oops, I just drove through a police bribe, which means that it reduces my wanted level by 1 star. Well, we can fix that. Get it back up to 6. You guys may be aware of the 20-minute limit on my camera. It just shuts itself off after 20 minutes, and that's because it's actually a DSLR camera, which is not a real video camera, but it does take lovely video. But to keep itself from overheating, it shuts off after 20 minutes of filming, and if I don't notice it, then whatever I was talking about kind of gets interrupted. Anyway, here we are on the west side island. So I was talking about the gun turret turbo, which makes you go very, very fast and gets you out of situations where you can get stuck. Ah, yeah. Oops. Oh, dear. But as you can see, when you hit things, it tends to turn your tank around. So you have to do a quick reverse and then immediately start firing the gun turret to gain some speed again. But let's go ahead and get to the part. So now when I first started playing Vice City, before I really got into the story, I noticed that this long drag down the middle of the western island is a very nice, straight, mostly straight, open space. So it's really easy to conduct fun, high-speed chases. There we go. Sideswipe these vans. Yeah. Now we're back to 6 stars. Alright, cool. Now, in a tank, you can keep this going a really long time. Whoa. Alright. I have to turn around and get going the other way again. The tank is also not vulnerable to spikes that would normally take out any other vehicle's tires. Lovely, lovely, lovely view. As you can see, this gets you going pretty fast for a tank. And the tank is surprisingly maneuverable as well. Alright, let's do some... Sometimes when I go for a delicate side swipe, I get a little too far away. Alright, we're gonna see if this tank will jump a nice distance. Here we go, ready? Ready? Here we go. Whoops. The other thing about Vice City that's cool is that when your vehicle is sideways, the tires still have a surprising amount of influence. So with the tank, because it has a certain amount of propulsion that you can use by firing the gun, if you're sideways and you just turn the wheels into the ground and then fire, it'll flip you back to your wheels. Whoa. Alright. Obviously, this can get kind of monotonous after a while. Oops. I think that I might be stuck right there. Let's bail out. Obviously, now I'm on foot, so here's another little trick. Nobody can reach you if you get to these spots that are away from the street and covered from above. So you can hear the helicopter kind of hovering, but it doesn't really have a way to get to me here. So now let's make a mad dash. We'll cut through some of these properties here. There's a nice long staircase here to take me up high. Now what I'm wondering is if I get in this helicopter, which is for a side mission, which it is, yes. I think I'm going to go ahead and dump this one. What I need to do is find where's the police helicopter, and it's not here. Bummer. I need to turn the radio off though, because otherwise I'll have some issues. Alright. We're going to ignore this checkpoint mission that it's trying to tell me to go on. And let's go ahead and see if we can at least get to the... And it's... Oh yes, good. We're going to steal the news helicopter instead. There we go. And it's not spinning up very fast. Wow. But it's very maneuverable. It's as maneuverable for some reason as the remote controlled helicopters, which makes them really twitchy. You can certainly let's get down here and get some more top off our... There we go. Not that these do anything because I'm already carrying all these weapons, but here, I'll show you another little trick. This is a building that I own. So when your health is below the maximum, if you just step into one of the save game things and then cancel, look at that, 200. So yeah. Oh boy. Police running towards me. Let's just go ahead and avoid them. And just for fun, not that this is going to do anything, but clean clothes. Look at that view. Wouldn't you love to have a penthouse with a view like that? Very lovely. And a helicopter at your disposal. Where'd he go? There you are. Bye now. Alright. So how about we go through the procedure of dumping a wanted level. So, and again, I'm going to have to turn off the radio. Alright. Now, unfortunately, I don't have as many police bribe locations memorized as I'd like. So we're going to have to fly all over the place to gather enough of them to get rid of this 6-star wanted level. And then I can show you guys some other behaviors rather than just blowing things up and running away from the police. Alright, so one of them is over here in Haiti, Little Haiti. And it's actually in the air. one. I know of at least two I can easily grab over here, kind of by the pizza place. I'm not sure if I'm heading in the right direction, but I think I'm close. Somewhere over here this way. And the pretty golf course. Some of you who know Vice City better than me are probably screaming at their TV because I'm probably passing up some good opportunities to dump the wanted level. Anyway, one of them is a nice little spot down here. Let's see, nobody's behind me, good. I seem to have a helicopter shooting at me, possibly? Let's see. Yep, there he is. And for some reason he's just enough right above me that I can't aim at him. There we go. Goody. Oops. Too close. Alright. Let's go back to... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... leave the door open. There we go. So now I can run on foot. Oops. Now, you can hear me tapping the run button. That's just a habit. I don't... Once you've passed the game 100%, you don't really have to keep tapping it. It's just a habit from the way I used to play, where if you haven't completed the missions to do, let's go inside the club here. I think I might have an outfit that I can change into, which will remove up to three wanted stars. There we go. Bank job. Nope. But I'm now dressed like the bank job. That's pretty funny. I think clean clothes, changing your clothes only gets rid of 2 wanted stars, not 3. So there are now cops inside this place shooting at me. Oh well. We're gonna have to make a mad dash out of here. I'll just run past them because they can't shoot. There we go. And I'll have to find, hopefully, my helicopter's still there. You kind of have to zigzag a little bit so that they will think that they're close enough and they'll stop. There we go, like that. Ah, good, it's still there. Alright, so where would another police bribe be? Nice thing is, as long as I'm in the air, nobody can really get to me. And we can fly past all these neat little rooftop pools. But yeah, honestly, this level, if I can't think of where some other police bribes are, I'm gonna just have to steal a car and drive it into a pay and spray. So I think maybe I'll just do that. So there's a paint spray right there. And let's see if I can find a good spot to set this thing down. Let's see. Actually, yeah, maybe we can put it down right over here. By the pool. How about that? Yeah. I can always get back here and get the helicopter. But this is a place where they can't reach me. Is it gonna let me out? Nope. Alright, well, we're gonna have to figure out another way out of here. There we go. Now, I just need to steal a car. Like this Corvette here. Oops, come on, go get it. Sorry, buddy, I need to borrow your car. There we go. And that is that. Now, as long as I don't commit any crimes while those 3 stars are blinking, then they will eventually just go away. So I need to be very careful not to do anything that will upset the police like that. Darn it. And I'll have to just drive back into the paint spray. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, how about if we just sit here for a minute? Alrighty. Couple more seconds. There we go. Now it's clear. Now no matter what I do, we go back to earning stars the normal way. Alright. Okay, well, conveniently that puts us into the right time of day for the next thing I'm going to show you. It won't get the full effect because I already have 200 health. But there's a certain activity in Vice City that you can participate in, which when you normally have just 100 health points, it'll boost it by 25 more points. And as you can see, I'm being approached by a lady of the night, driving a nice car, and she gets in my car. So, as my buddy's wife who taught me how to play this game sweetly told me, you want to pick up a girl and then find somewhere quiet. And as you can see that the car is starting to... You don't see anything happening, of course, but the car rocks. Now there's a funny trick. If you interrupt it before that stops, by, let's say, slowly driving somewhere else. It didn't work. Sometimes you can get away with driving a little bit and then stopping, and it'll restart the whole bouncy car thing. But as you can see, my health did go to 125. Which is kind of a bummer because it was at 200. But if it had been at 100, it would go to 125. But yeah, there's nothing stopping you from spending your whole evening picking up girls.
You just the way I like him.
Let's get some nicer scenery this time. Like by the water, by this cool looking building. notice that as soon as she gets in the car, your money starts decreasing by $1 per second. Too funny. Tommy didn't say anything. See, that's the fun part of having somebody like Ray Liotta voicing your main character, is all of the funny little quips he makes. You know, he usually has something funny to say after the little fling is complete. So let's see if he maybe has a little funny something or other to say after this time. We'll go ahead and park over here by the water again with a nice view. Work, 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 never any fun. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Flavor study, sweetheart? You will.
She looks cute. Just her makeup's a little bit trashy. But whatever. I'm not judging. Alright. You know, the other part that's kind of fun, other than cruising around at night and looking at the cool neon lighting of a lot of these buildings in Miami, one of the properties you own is actually a what we used to call back in the day a show club. I think a lot of people just call them strip clubs now. But when I was 21 years old, I DJ'd and did security for a show club in Albuquerque, New Mexico called the Palomino. I don't think it's there anymore. There we go. Pole position. You gotta laugh at the sense of humor of our dear programmers for this game. But yeah, let's go on in, shall we? I think the last time I was showing this neighborhood, I didn't go inside. And there's probably going to be music, so I'm going to turn that down. Just to avoid any licensing issues. Alright. Yeah, dancing girls. Now, don't worry. There's not going to be any, even game nudity. There's just somewhat scantily clad, but no worse than you would see at the beach. They're not even, okay, one girl in a bikini. And these idiot customers, I don't know what they're doing here. If you go in any adult entertainment club, the customers don't behave like this. And notice the most well-behaved of them are the bikers. But, just too funny, man. Alright, so, of course you have the back rooms where you can get a more personalized private dance. Not all of these rooms do anything. Some of them do. I think if you sit here a certain amount of time, money just sort of disappears. Yeah, as you can see, the money is just sort of slowly going down. I'm sure this lady is doing her best not to freak out about the outfit I'm wearing. Alright. Let's try another room. Oh wait, no, let's not go back out there though. Alright. Now, one of the missions in this game, which I'm triggering right now again, in order to complete this property once you've purchased it, you have to spend $600 in this room with the girl who's only wearing pasties. Are those even pasties? It just looks like tape. And spending $600 takes 10 minutes, I believe. But since I've already completed it, it just sort of says, bye now. Pretty sure this room doesn't actually do anything. You know, normally when I make these videos, I interject with personal experience. And obviously, having worked at a club like this, and been a patron at other clubs that are similar, especially on tour when I'm out with the band and in certain cities, you know, we're looking for something to do in the evenings. And, you know, sure, we'll go into a club. But yeah. How about this? The thing I've noticed is that you get much better attention and service the more you behave like a gentleman. Too many guys go in there and they basically push the limits of the rules as much as they can get away with, like right off the bat before the girl is even, you know, comfortable with you yet. So that doesn't work so well, as opposed to, you know, if you right away make sure she understands that you're going to behave yourself and she's in charge, you know, you'd be surprised how much better that makes the whole experience. And, you know, in certain situations, she may decide that she might want to bend the rules a little bit, whatever that means. So, yeah, that's all I can say. Just behave like a gentleman, and yeah, they sense that, and yeah. I guess, what's the old phrase? You attract a lot more bees with honey. Alright. Let's go ahead and change our outfit back to... Yeah, there we go. And I guess, moving along with the theme of this video, let's take a quick look at these clever Candy Sucks posters. Closer encounters. Anyway. I have to say, I really enjoy a lot of these interiors. This restaurant, for instance, with the cool kind of Art Deco, I guess, is that supposed to be sort of like a seashell design in the etching in the glass, maybe? I don't know, but I really think this room looks cool. With this kind of abstract modern art. But, you know, the shiny marble and the wood trim, the little screens over there. It's just a really lovely hotel lobby and restaurant area. Why don't we go ahead and top off our... There we go, 200. All right, and as you can see, we've got cuties in bikinis, just wandering around since this is basically the beach. Got dudes with mustaches and half shirts on rollerblades. It's pretty funny. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and commandeer another car. Alright. Oops. And we'll go. I guess this is as nice a place as any to conclude this video. So yeah, there's a little bit of the kind of endless mayhem that I do sometimes in this game, along with some adult-oriented entertainment. And yeah, I just think this is a game that's really fun, and there's lots of sides to it, you know. Let's get out of the car. There we go. Let's have one little look around real quick. I love this building here. It's just nice with the red trim. Yeah, some interesting ladies walking around in their business suits. Yeah, so anyway. But yeah, I really enjoy making videos in Vice City, of course. It's just a game that I've gotten so many hours of playing. I mean, outside of my racing games, I've spent a very, very large portion of time here in this game. So yeah, I'm really happy that people keep requesting videos, and I think maybe the next one that I do in Vice City will possibly include actually playing through some of the missions. So if any of you have particular missions that you'd like to replay, maybe leave me a comment, and I could possibly focus on those. Otherwise, you know, I'll just choose whichever ones that I like. So yeah, if you're still watching this, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really appreciate everyone's support. And by support, I just merely mean, you know, comments and encouragement, and suggestions for video ideas and so forth. So, like I said, thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next video. All right, take care. Bye-bye.